Meat bicycle!
Hello everybody, welcome back to another modded weapon guide here on Borderlands 2. Today we are back with another modded weapon to review, and this one comes from KZ. I believe we've done one or two from KZ before, but actually thought it was time to go and have a look at another one because it's been a long time since I actually looked at a weapon made by KZ, and I've chosen this one to review today. It is called the Anaconda, and it's meant to represent the old Revolver from Borderlands 1, which obviously revolvers are not in this game, and it's not exactly like a revolver, so much to speak, you'd say, but it's certainly a good modded weapon, and I did have a good time actually trying it out, things like that. I also using Melee Zero right now, a Zero right now that's actually quite well set up for pistol damage. So it probably wasn't the best setup to use on it. I also tried this on Salvador as well. I wanted to dual wield these and actually, you know, do some decent damage with them, but obviously without having the grog nozzle in your hands, you go down well too easily and overpower rate. So that was a bit of a shame, and I just really didn't want to dual wield one with a ruby or a grog nozzle, so I decided to keep this review on this character. So that is that. Anyway, as always, we'll start off by showing you guys exactly where to get this, and then we'll get on with the rest of the guide, listing the changes made to this weapon, etc. So let's start off by showing you how to get this. So as always, you can click on the link in the description, that'll take you straight there, or you can just head over to the Borderlands 2 community GitHub if you fancy browsing yourself. Scroll down slightly in alphabetical order to K, and you will see KZ's section right here at the top under K. Then you're going to want to go to mods, click on that, very organised section here. You're going to need gear next, and then onto weapons, and you'll see the Anaconda right there. 17 days ago, right at the top, was at last edited. So click on that, and that'll bring up the weapons information page with all the information you need to know, as well as the code itself. So click on the raw tab at the top right of the screen, right click save as, and save into your Borderlands 2 binaries folder. Remember what you've saved it as, and then execute it on the console commands as you come in, and that will change the weapon into the Anaconda, which is you need to actually have a Gwen's head. So that is what you'll need for this to actually work. Nice easy weapons to get. You can get them from that little box in the dust. So this is what the weapons look like. They can come in any element you want them to, just like the Gwen's head. So get yourself one or give yourself one, and that will change any Gwen's head into the Anaconda. And there you go. As you can see, red text says long and strong. That is exactly the same as the Borderlands 1 Anaconda, which is obviously an Easter egg itself. So yeah, there you go. It's from the actual song actually. Anyway, let's carry on with the killing. We're going to take this to the Highlands, and we're just going to do a bit of killing over by where you set the cannon off and things like that. Nothing too intense really. But yeah, anyway, like I said, this was made by KZ. It's called the Anaconda, and it recreates the old dial revolver from Borderlands 1. This is supposed to have a slow fire rate. When you actually hip firing, it is pretty slow-ish. I'm not sure whether this is just because, like I said, I've got a good setup for a pistol on this Zero character with increased fire rate, maybe, things like that. But it's not that slow, really. I mean, when you're ADSing, it is pretty fast firing. I'm not sure if this has been executed properly or not by me, but I don't see slow fire rate here, really. But it's still quite a nice damaging weapon, really. And of course, like I said, you can get this in any element, so you can actually take this to wherever you like and change the element of it accordingly. So you'll see me using slag just to slag the enemies up here, but obviously the corrosive version on the loaders, and I might even switch to the shock to get the shields off of the Hyperion guys that come out. This is a very sketchy area right here. I don't like it really, unless you've got a pretty OP weapon. These super badass loaders and combat engineers can gang up on you pretty well. Plus there's two guys up on that bridge right now, and they're also just picking me off here and there. So yeah, I do manage to get through it pretty well with this thing, but it's certainly a very well balanced weapon. It will not take these loaders down too quickly, which is fine really, because you know, you don't always want the super OP one-shot kill weapons. It's also quite good to get a challenge. I was just about to say, I think I go down here, but luckily I managed to get back up again with a bit of bore from there. So yeah, anyway, like I said, this is slow fire rate. It's also very high damage though. You will need a couple of skill buffs, you know, kill skills, things like that, maybe to get you on your way a bit further. But as you can see now, I'm starting to get them up, and that super badass loader went down a lot easier than before. And I think I might leave them guys on the bridge because, yeah, I've got no chance in killing them from up here. They're very good at hiding. This has good accuracy though. It has actually got increased accuracy on it, which is quite good really. It's most of the time fast fire rate weapons will have low accuracy because it compensates for the fact that you know, you can get so many bullets down in a couple of seconds. But this thing is very accurate. You aim a little bit of recoil on it, but as long as you keep it steady-ish, it will hit the enemies quite well. Smaller enemies may be a bit harder to hit because of the recoil, but certainly things like you just seen with that super badass loader will go down pretty quick from it. Ammo is a bit of an issue on this. As you can see, I think I started off with like 900 rounds, and I've just killed about, what, 9-10 enemies, and I'm only down to 140 already. So this will cost you a lot of ammo, which is, you know, probably designed that way because of how fast it fires and how high the damage does get after a while. Sanity check doesn't like this, so make sure you execute this file before loading your character with whatever you want the Anaconda to be. So for example, when you actually execute the execute the mod in the main menu, then load your character and then come into the game. It's something to do with the grips right there. So yeah, anyway guys, there you go. That is the Anaconda. The attempt at a recreation of the Anaconda from Borderlands 2. Like I said, the Anaconda from Borderlands 1. The Anaconda from Borderlands 1 was a revolver, very slow fire rate. I'm not sure if this thing could get any slower. It'd be nice to see it actually fire very slower. Probably if you are going to make it slower fire rate on hip fire especially, maybe damage increase might need to go up a little bit more because it is very well balanced for the fire rate, I think, what it is now. And look at these two dumbasses, don't even know me. Get right close to them, and I think I line them up for a nice little boring session right now. But yeah, I'd like to see the fire rate slowed down on this thing for hip fire. If you could keep the aiming down the sights fire, that might be good, but for hip fire it'd be nice to see a slower fire rate but more damage, mainly to give it more of that revolver feel. But hey, let me know what you think down in the comments below. All in all, very good weapon, and did definitely enjoy giving it a try out. So yeah, that is the Anaconda made by KZ. Thank you guys for watching, really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.
Meat bicycle!